Hello everyone. Trying to see if the audio of like the music is good or if it's gonna be too loud. Give me a sec. I think that's good. Looks good to me. Alright. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hello. Oh, my sweater is here. I forgot. See, I wasn't planning on streaming today, so I didn't like make it look okay. There you go. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Little impromptu stream, little surprise stream. I just felt like being live, so whenever I feel like being live, you gotta take it, you know? I just have to take that when I feel like it. So here I am. Hello. I have been a little bit MIA this week. I don't know if anyone's noticed. I've been following what my brain has been telling me, and I've basically not done anything this week. I haven't edited anything, I haven't posted anything on socials. I've just been doing my reading journal. That is all my brain wants to do, is do my reading journal while I watch like old Disney Channel movies. So I am excited because my reading journal is like basically done. Like it's very, very close to being done. I just need to finish, I need to finish the very artsy pages, the ones where I need to actually draw properly a bunch of things, which I'm leaving to the end because I don't know how to start, so don't know how to start those. So I'm leaving those to the end. But for the majority, like the auto pages are pretty much done. Like they're very, very close to being done. I think I have like 2 pages that I need to finish, and that's it. And I mean like for last year's journal and this year's journal, which is a big step up from last year. If you know, if you've been with us, you'll know how long it took me to finish the journal from 2024. So I'm excited. I just want to show you how it's looking. That is literally all I want to do this stream. I just want to take you through my reading journal, show you how it's looking, and we can try and finish one of the pages that is missing. And I think we're gonna print a lot of images because a lot of these pages need images, so I think we're gonna print a lot of those and just stick them in my notebook if I still have enough glue. I don't actually know if I have enough glue, but we will see. So let's just jump right into it. I'm excited to show you. It's not that it's like anything out of the ordinary. It's pretty like mid journal, especially this year's, but I'm happy that I'm almost done. So I'm here to share. Sharing is caring. Right, let me figure out, where do we need to go? We need to go here. There we go. Oh my god, it would be better if it did. Ooh. Okay, that's a bit too much. That's also a bit too much. Maybe that's... I don't know. Also, if you see how messy my bed is, no you don't. Okay? No you don't. There's a bunch of like reading journal stuff on there. Okay. Wait, we still need to go a bit more up. That's better. You can see my mic and all of my stationery. I'll just put it out of the way. There we go. Okay, lovely. Let me move this mouse pad as well so we have more space. You know what? I'm gonna move my mouse as well. I don't need it, do I? I don't think so. Okay, perfect. Lovely. Right, so let's do the... Oh, this reading journal is filled with like eraser little bits, whatever those are called, because I have been erasing so much. If you could see my floor, it's like filled with those eraser shavings, and it's a lot. All right, so let's start with the journal from last year. To start off, I still haven't done the cover page. That's like one of those like very drawy, need to draw very much, use my big brain to try and draw, that I haven't done. You know, I'm saving these for the last pages. I also need to reread this fanfiction because I don't remember it that well. So I think I'm gonna try to reread it. My problem with Yours to Keep is that it is massive. So and I haven't really been reading fanfiction much lately, so that is why I've been putting this off for so long. But it will be done at the end. Once I have no other pages to do and no excuses, then it'll get done. But yeah, there you go. That's like one of the pages that needs to be finished. Then I'm gonna move this mic cord. Ah, that is so much better. Wait, I can put you here in the middle. Is the mic cord long enough? It is. Oh my goodness. Great. Amazing. Okay. This is my reading goals / social goals page from last year. I wrote my reading goals down here in a list, which I didn't like as much as writing them around the vinyls, which was what I did on the social goals here. So that's that, and it's as if they're they're hang on a wall, hang up on a wall. Excuse me. And we have some fairy lights and a little plant. I don't know if I like how this page turned out, but it's what it is. Then we have the bookshelf page, which you've all seen. It is now completed. I have colored all the books and put all of my books according to the ratings. I did have a little bit of a error in the beginning where I started to fill in my 5-star reads, and I put them, the first maybe 5 or 6, I put them on the green colored books instead of this jade color, because in my head I was like, green's my favorite color, and naturally there's gonna be those are the 5 stars. And yes, no, I was wrong. So that was cool. Maybe note for future me, choose green for 5 stars, because my brain clearly goes for that. So there you go. That's the bookshelf. all done. This is the other one that needs to be very much drawn in, and this is the squares page. I didn't have a squares page for this year's journal because I don't really see the point in them anymore. So yes, but I will finish this at some point as well. Again, the ones that are very I really need to put my all artist into it. I just have not not done. Then we have the cover page for Minder, which you've all seen. I think this was the first page I actually finished last year. And the Minder table contents, I suppose, which is these cassettes. I think these are cassettes. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Then we have the 12 challenges here on the side. And here's where I put all of the ones that I did, the books that I read for each one. So this is all filled up now. And I've put all of the pictures here as well. So all filled up. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And I put, because I wanted to fill the whole page with the pictures, I put 2 books, or 2 challenges rather, that I got, but I didn't finish. I didn't read the books until the end for the challenge. But I still added them, and then I put on the side here NR, which means not read. So just so I know, but it would have been my choices for these challenges, just so we wouldn't have blank space here. I thought that made no sense. Then this is the extra challenges checklist. Is all filled now as well. Same thing with the Jink challenges over here. Oh, and I put how many challenges I did. It's very difficult to tell. Is this well focused? I think so. I need to go closer. We must go closer. Oh, are we gonna focus? There we go. 60 out of 104 challenges finished. Put in this Walkman. So there we go. That's that. Then we have the pictures for the Jinx, and I did the same thing. I had 2 Jinx challenges that I didn't do, but I put them in anyways, and I just put not read next to them so I know, but it would have probably been the choices. Actually, for this one, I did start reading a fantasy book that wasn't this one, but it's okay. It just needed to be fantasy. And this one, I didn't finish. There's a few challenges that I didn't do, the book that is over 500 pages long. I read this for it was for a lightning challenge. And it was the LGBT lightning challenge. in June. So I didn't finish this book for this, but I just thought I read it anyway, so I might as well. And Babel I did technically read this year, but I still thought it matched with the thing. I just wanted to have a picture. I don't want it to be blank, so I just added it there. And this would have totally, like Babel, I would have totally read that last year if I had gotten this challenge. I actually didn't draw this challenge, the book your friend hated, because this is one of my cousin's like most hated books. She hates Babel so much. So I would have read this one anyways last year if I had gotten this challenge, and I didn't, but I read it this year and I loved it. Just a little spoiler, I gave it 5 stars. I really loved it. Then we have the mystery challenges, and these I just filled everything in, wrote all of the challenges on the page, same thing on here, and just went over all of them. Wait, which way do I need to turn? This way. Went over them and just check marked all of the ones that I did. And then we have the calendar, which was pretty much done, I think, the last time I showed you this page. And all I did was go over like each month and like paint the dates that we had lightning challenges. Same thing on this side. Oh, actually, I don't think you've seen this side finished. So there you go. This side's finished now. I noticed an inconsistency with this side that but it was after I had already done the line art, so I didn't fix it. I just left it. And that is, wait, I'm gonna show you both pages and let me know if you like guess if you know what the inconsistency is. So this is the front of the arcade machine and this is the back. Can you see the inconsistency? If you said actually, I'm just gonna say what it is. If you notice, like, the arcade screen goes down all the way to the bottom of this page, and then for some reason I made it the machine like end here, and this is like the cable and this is the floor, so that makes no sense, but it's fine, it's okay. But once you see it, you cannot unsee it, type of thing, you know. That's my bad, it's fine, it's okay. There we go. Then we have the lightning pages, which were also already done by the time that I showed you this. I think I just hadn't put all of the dates in these flowers yet, but now it's all filled up. So there you go, all filled in. Oh, the help page. I don't think you'd seen this finished. Last stream that I did with the reading journal, I was actually painting these frogs. So what I did was I just added the help cards over here, like the writing, and I colored in. This had like a color code to it, but I don't remember anymore. But I think it was orange were the ones that I did. Blues were the ones that I didn't draw, like I didn't get. And then the reds were the ones that I got but didn't use. I think so. It's a weird color code. Don't ask me why I chose those colors. I have no idea. But there you go. That's the help page. This page was also already done last time I showed you this journal. I think this is still like one of my top favorite pages. I think it just looks so cool. It's kind of a shame that you can see like the blue from the frogs bleed through this side. But that's fine. We just ignore that. Just ignore that little bit, you know. There you go. And this is the rules of Minder, and we have the point system over here with the rules as well of the point system and the total number of points that I got at the end. Then we go into the statistics. This is now all filled in as well, which I think, or is it? There are some statistics that I haven't filled in completely. I think it's not the Minder ones. I think it is my like end of the year ones, because there's some statistics I need to go like over every single book and check a bunch of little boxes, so I haven't done those yet, but I will show you. We'll get there. But I think this page was like pretty much done last time I showed it to you. It's all done here as well. Just a bunch of statistics. Then we go into the review pages. These are new. I just haven't written the review, but I've like pretty much done all the page. I just need to fill in a bunch of stuff, but like for the most part, like the structure of the pages is all done, which I'm really happy about. So here we have the June book that we did with my cousin's choice of Women and Salts. Then we have the July book, which was my choice, and it was In Memoriam. And I haven't done the review, like written my review yet, because I need to go over my notes that I did for the live streams and just try to write a review from my notes, because it's been too long and it's going to be very difficult for me to try and like write a review that makes sense just out of my brain. So that's why I've been procrastinating writing these. And then we have the December review, and this was Claudia's choice, and it was last night at Telegraph Club. This one is like the freshest in my brain, so I can go over this. Like literally, all I need to do for these pages, because I filled in all of these details, I just need to literally write a little review and put my favorite character in a little summary of the story. So there you go. Then this page is all done. I don't think you had seen this completely finished, but I've added the Books in Lala image over there. I don't remember what else I added to this page. I don't remember how this looked last time I showed it to you. But it's done. It's done both sides. Very pink. Very wow. It's inspired by Mean Girls, if you couldn't tell. And this is Books in Lala Buzzwords Challenge, which I did last year, but I'm not going to do this year, because this year I'm just trying to take it more chill and just focus on the like videos I want to film. So I'm not going to do this year. Then I filled in my anticipated reads. I put in all of my anticipated reads. I put 3 pictures of 3 of my anticipated reads, and I highlighted the ones that I actually read last year, which was not too much. I read 3 of my anticipated reads, and I think, wait, have I read The Grandest Game? No, I haven't. I read Brothers Author. That's the one. I think that's about, yeah, I haven't read anything else this year from this list. But last year I read When Among Crows, The Pairing, and Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, or More Than a Best Friend, depending which country you got this book from. So yeah, there you go. All done. And my finishing series page is also all done. This was pretty much all done by the time I showed you. I just colored in the mice and the sofa and like some other little details. So this is all done as well. It's very purple. Very, very purple. And as you can see, I barely finished, or I didn't finish any series last year from the ones I put here. And I only read 1 book from the series I was reading, which is really bad. Really, really, really bad. I'm embarrassed. So my goal this year is to really focus on series. I don't know how many series I'm going to be able to read, like realistically, but I want to start making a dent. And this is not even like all of the series that I'm reading. I'm adding a page to this year's reading journal with the rest of the series that I need to finish. That is actually one of the pages that I haven't done yet. But yeah, I'm adding another page to add all of the rest, so we can keep like going back and forth and like checking the ones that I've read. I think that will make it easier, so we don't need to like repeat this next year. We don't have to repeat this exact page this year. We just have like similar page with different series that I'm missing on here, because I think I'm reading, last time I counted, like 23 series or something crazy. So there you go. Then Read the Rainbow is all finished as well. It was just missing the images, so that's what I went and done what I've done, whatever, you know what I mean. And these are all books that I read last year. So last year I read enough books to read the rainbow. Although I did notice, wait, am I actually missing a color, or was I just blind? Oh, I'm not missing a color. I don't know why I thought I had missed a color. Anyways, it's all good. All good. This is finished and I'm very happy with it. Then we have my Around the World. There is one page that I haven't finished on here, and it is the one that I still need to like do this thing. I don't have vegetable paper. So that's why this is not done. This was like one of my top priorities, and then we ran out of the transparent vegetable paper. We only have the brown one. So that doesn't work. And I am nothing if not stubborn. I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy vegetable paper unless it runs out. So This will have to wait a little bit. But it's okay, because these around the world pages are to be used like last year and this year as well, so I'll just keep coming back to it. But here you go. I have added the titles, and I have somewhat figured out how I want the pages next to it to look. So I put like the continent here, then I put TBR, I put the list of countries inside the continent, and I've highlighted the ones that I've read books from, and I've painted them here. And then my idea is to like put some pictures of books I want to read for like some of the other countries. Obviously not all of them, because there's a lot, but just like 3 or 4 pictures of a few books that I want to read for this. So there you go. I didn't like how big this title turned out, so I changed it on the next few pages, and I made it smaller, which I think looks much better. So all of the other was I used this smaller font. There you go. Here from Africa I only read Nigeria, and then from Asia, and I'm like doing this based on where the authors were born. I think at least that's what I'm doing. Then Asia, I read from Japan, Iran, and South Korea. There you go. Asia. Ta-da. And this is the one that's missing. Oceania. I don't know how to say that in English. Oceania. I'll say it in Portuguese. Much easier. I haven't read anything from Oceania, actually, so I really need to get on this. And then North America. It looks like I've read so much because the US is such a big country, but I've only read from the US and from Cuba. We've actually all read collectively. I've read from Cuba, because we all read, well, the ones that were doing Minder last year. I mean, if you read Of Women and Salt with us last year, then you would have read from Cuba. So that's cool, very, very cool. And we had South America, which I haven't read anything from, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And then here I'm gonna put my book ratings. So I'm gonna put like pictures of the books that I've read from each country, and then I'm gonna put my rating under it. It's like the page is done, I just need to print the pictures, but the page is technically done. There we go. Let me have a sip of water. I feel like I've barely talked this week, so like I've only been live for like 20 minutes and my throat is already like losing it. She's like, what are we doing? Why are we talking so much? Why are we yapping? We don't need to yap. We can just sit and watch Disney Channel movies in silence. How about that? So excuse me, I might have to go refill my bottle at some point. Right, then these pages were practically done by the time that you saw them. I just added the pictures here to my TBR, so officially done. And I added my rating to the ones that I actually read. So I read Blue Sisters and I read Spy Family. I didn't read Blue Sisters last year, but I read it this year, so I added my rating nonetheless. And then I have the completed works of Oscar Wilde, which, rip, it's still sitting on my dresser waiting for me to get to it. I got to the middle of the first book, which was The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I've actually read already. So it was a reread for me, and I got to the middle of it last year, and I was really, really, really enjoying it. And then I never had the time to finish it, so RIP, I guess. And, you know, I really want to get to Kafka on the Shore, but last year was not the year, and I don't know if this year will be the year that I'll get to it, but I hope so. I hope so. And there we go. These were already done, so you had seen these. It's just TBR. Now we have one page that you hadn't seen yet. This is new. I actually really like how this looks. It's like pretty simple, but I like it for some reason. So these are my favorite books of the year. My top three books of the year. And we have Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue, and Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. These are my top, my babes. I just had like some little arrows, like the posts I sometimes do on Instagram. I just thought, how else can I fill up the space? So that's what I did. And I had like some early 2000s little things. I have a ring pop over here and just a little heart-shaped lollipop. So I don't know. I just want to fill this page a bit more. So that was my solution for it. I think it looks nice though. I really like it, even though it's so simple. Then we go into this page, which you also hadn't seen, and it's all done. I think this turned out pretty cool as well. It's like very trippy. I kind of like it. I think if I were to redo this again, I wouldn't do this like these lines here. It's so vertical. I think I would have done it more like this one, more of an organic shape coming from the top here. But it's fine. I'm happy with this. Hi, Hillary. Welcome. Ooh, okay. Listen. So I was saying at the beginning of stream, this week I've been very MIA because I've just been doing what my brain wants me to do, which is you had freezing rain today, so I had the day off work. Wow. Damn. I mean, that's good. I mean, it's bad that it's cold, but great that you got to stay home, honestly. That sounds awesome. It's just a little off day to read and enjoy your day. That's great. Oh, as I say. Yes, so this week I've just been like listening to my brain, and all my brain wants to do is do this reading journal, and I've almost finished it. So I wanted to go live and show you guys what it looks like. So because you joined in a bit late, I'm gonna do a little quick recap so you can see the pages that you hadn't seen, because I'm proud of them and I want you to see. So the only ones that I haven't done, pretty much, I have like 2 or 3 pages that I haven't done that are like more simple pages, and then I have the very drawing pages, like the ones like cover pages and stuff like that, because I just cannot be bothered right now to use my whole brain to try and draw these things. So that's why like cover page is not done. But then these ones are. I think this one is pretty much. I'm gonna do like a quick flip through so we can get to this one where we were. So this was my reading goals and social goals. I just added writing over here, add a little plant. Not sure how I feel about that. Finished this page, just colored in the books and added my titles to it. So this is all done. This is one of the drawing pages that I still haven't bothered to do because I cannot. I don't have the brain capacity. Once everything else is done, I will get to these, okay? This one that you had already seen. This one also. Then I just added all of my answers here to the 12 initial challenges, like all the books that I read. I just filled it in. Same thing here, filled in with images and put the challenges. And yes, it looks cool. It looks cool with all the pictures. This is the checklist. This was pretty much done. I just went over and, put the check marks on the checklist on there and on the Jinx. Here, added more pictures, which I hadn't seen. Oh, and I colored this as well. Red. Forgot to say. It wasn't red. So yeah, colored this in. Pasted all of the pictures of the challenges and wrote the challenges down here. Then wrote the challenges on the mysteries. And went over and checked all the ones that I did last year. Same thing. Oh, I keep like turning it the wrong way. Same thing on this page. I think it was pretty much all done by the time you saw it. So I just wrote all of the challenges and checked them in. This one was also like pretty much done by the time that I last time I showed you the reading journal. I just colored in the dates that we have challenges. The Nintendo drawing is so cool. Thank you. I really like it too. I think it turned out really awesome. I colored this back of the arcade machine as well, so that's done. These pages were done as well. You had seen them. I just filled in the last few dates that I don't think I had done last time, so that's done. The help is all done now as well. Just added the help cards over here, colored in the frogs. So that's that. These ones were already done last time I showed you. So, but I really, again, these are like on the top for me. These 2 pages are just, they look so nice for some reason. I don't know what it is about them. Statistics you had already seen. It was all done. And then we have my review pages. These are brand new. Brand new. I just need to go over my notes from the live streams and write down my review. But like the structure of the page is all done. So we have the June book, the July book, and the December book. all done. The buzzwords page is also done. I don't remember if I had colored it in last time I showed you this, but if I had, then I added the picture, and that's like basically the new thing. And that's all done. Both sides, all painted, very pink. I also filled in my anticipated reads. So I wrote all of my anticipated reads, pasted like some stuck some pictures of my anticipated reads, and I highlighted the ones I read last year, which was only 3. Sorry, I'm going super fast. It's just there's still a lot to see, so that's why I'm like doing a little quick recap for the VOD watches. I'll go slower once we get to the page I was. This is the finishing series page. It's all done. I basically just colored in the reds and like all of the little details that were missing. Then the Read the Rainbow, I stuck the images, and this was all done with like books from that I read last year. So I managed to read the Rainbow last year, which was really cool. Then we have my Around the World. This is still the same, but this I have added stuff too. So I've written the continent here at the top. Then on this side I've put my TBR, and I put a list of the countries, and then I'm gonna highlight the ones I've read and color them in, and I'm gonna paste I'm gonna paste, this is not a computer, I'm gonna stick I'm gonna glue down some images of book covers that I want to read for some of the other countries that I haven't done yet. So that's the plan. That's how I decided to do these pages. Then we have the same thing for Africa. I reduced the size of the title because I thought it looked better. And there we go. Africa, Asia, Oceania, or Oceania, I don't know how to say it in English. Which I'm still waiting. I don't have vegetable paper, so this will have to wait to be put there. North America, South America, and that's it. And then we have the book ratings, which I will just like glue down book covers of the books that I read from each country last year and this year, and I'm gonna put my rating underneath the pictures. I think that's the plan for this page. And then these were all done. I only added the pictures from my TBR and the ratings to the ones that I've read. There you go. And these were done. Let's see them. This one's new. I really like this one. This is my favorite books of the year. So this is my top 3. So it's really simple. I just glue down the covers, and then I put like some arrows like in the style of the images I do on my Instagram, and some little 2000s little sweets. So I really like how this one turned out. And this is where we were. My favorite book of the year, like to determine the favorite book of the year. The only thing missing is the picture of the winner, and I need to write underneath it like winner or something like that. It turned out really trippy, but I quite like this. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like kind of hits you in the face when you like go to this page. All right, we can like slow down now. Sorry if that was like super fast. I was speed running. Alright, let's go back to our normal rhythm now. So yes, the only thing missing here is the image, which I need to print, because I do have my winner, and you'll see the winner right here. Ta-da! This is my book of the year review. I have a 2-page spread for my favorite book of the year. And last year's was I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue. I've done like the structure of the page. I just need to write it, which I'm like putting it off, but I'll get to it very, very soon. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I think it looks pretty nice. This is usually like the structure that I do for review pages, because I'm not like the type of person that like has a lot to say, like too much to say. So, you know, this is the plan. Your journal looks amazing. Have you decided to make it for last year and this year? Yes. So I decided to like your idea of using this journal for this year instead of last year, since it took me so long, was a great idea. I just wanted to still have a place to note down the books that I read last year, so I decided to keep it for last year and then do this year's still in this journal, because I had a lot of pages left over, and it was enough to do this year's journal, so I decided to do everything in one. And that's how we have the transition from one fanfiction to the other. So I'm still using the fanfiction idea that you gave me, which is really good. I just changed fanfictions. So on 2024, it's yours to keep. And then 2025 is running on air. And the idea, I think I showed last time, I don't know if you were here to see it, but we'll get to it, so I'll talk more about it when we get to it. So we're almost there, actually. Then these are my final reading stats for last year. These are almost done. There's just a few stats that I haven't gone over and done because I need to go over every single book and check like a bunch of different things, and it just takes me a while. So that's why I haven't done it. I started it, I just haven't finished. So these are all done, and this is one of the ones that I haven't done, which is literary theme. So I just need to go over every single book and like write down the main literary theme for that book, and then do like, you know, see how many I read of each type of thing. This is all done. I realized that using a pie chart for format made no sense. But I only realized that after I had already drawn the pie chart with, you know, in pen. So I decided to just draw that little guy instead, because I was like, don't know what to do with this information, because there's overlap. A few books I read physical and in ebook version as well, so it doesn't make sense, because when you add everything up on the pie chart, it's more than 100%. So I didn't know what to do with this information, so therefore it doesn't work. So we have a little guy instead, which honestly it's kind of funny, kind of a vibe. I think like this type of thing makes more sense for this type of data, because on the drawings there's also I think there was also overlap. Do you remember what the overlap was? Oh, it was like the other books that I listened to, they also had letters, like they were like written like no, not poetry, prose. They were prose. So that's where the overlap is mostly. So this makes more sense for the format, and I have changed the way that the statistics look this year, so I have learned from my past mistakes. I will have no little sad guy anymore. Because that's the thing, and that's why I wanted to do this stream today. I have basically finished this year's reading journal. My brain's just been like, Disney Channel movies and reading journal. Do nothing and nothing else. Post nowhere. Don't edit anything. Don't do anything else besides reading journal. You know, it's one of those hyperfixated weeks, I guess. There we go. And these are also like the ones that I haven't filled in yet. So we have the queer rep, where there's gonna be overlap as well, and then the diversity, which I've started doing. I don't know if you can tell. You can just about tell there's like some little marks there. So I did, I think, the first page of the books that I read, and that's about where I stopped. So there you go. Also, I just realized that this pie chart actually makes no sense as well, because there's overlap here. So that's gonna be interesting. I might have to draw another little guy here. I just realized, because there's women who are also black authors, and women who are also brown authors, and there's women who are also queer, you know, so, or women who are also Asian, or, you know, so it doesn't make sense either. I hope I realized that before I did. Actually, let me see, because I added this page because as I was doing like this thing, I realized I needed to change stuff about it. So I had a page here and decided to write down the stuff that I needed to take away or keep or change or whatever. Should I add this one? Yes, I think I've added that one. I can erase my little check marks. This was because yesterday I was doing my statistics page for this year. So I was like checking all of the ones that I had already added. There you go. So let me actually see if I change that. So this is diversity. Diversity loose pie charts, as makes no sense, as there's overlap. Okay, so I did. That's good. I didn't remember. But yeah, there you go. I added a little CD player over here. It looks a little wonky, but I kind of like him. It looks like it looks a little funky. And then we have the reading log. And this is where we transition. I don't know, this is the part where I don't remember if you were here. If you were here the last time I talked about this. But this is where it transitions from one fanfiction to the other. So I'll explain it quickly in case you haven't heard it. I just need to add the title here. We should probably do that. Add a title. That's not gonna take too long. But yeah, the idea is we have Harry. This is just the stick figures right now. I need to, like, when I have the patience to go over it and properly draw the characters. But the idea is we have Harry walking over here, and then we see, oh my god, how do I show this? Draco's leg just going off the frame. And we switch to the other side, and there's Draco here. And you can start to see a wheat field on this side. And then switch again, and we have more of the wheat field, and you see Harry running. And then boom, 2025 cover page. It's not done yet because of course it involves actually drawing, so I haven't done it yet. But then we have the cover page, which is Harry and Draco both at the wheat field, and this is a scene from Running on Air. So they have literally gone from Yours to Keep to Running on Air, and that is the idea. And then the theme for 2025 is Running on Air, that fanfiction. Which honestly, I think I kind of slaved with that. I really like this idea. I really hope I can pull it off when I'm drawing the actual characters. I don't know how they will look. I have a feeling they will look a little bit goofy, but I have high hopes. I hope at least it looks somewhat like 10% of what I have, like my vision in my head, you know? But yes, I think it's a good idea. I really like it. So now we get to this year, which is pretty much all done as well. So let me walk you through this year. Need to put my little thingy here. There we go. Right. So these are the pages that are not done. So it's the cover page and my yearly goals, and it's because it involves drawing. So that's why it is not there. But I'll get to them. And we have my bookshelf, which is like pretty much done. I just need to color in the back of these bookshelves and like the sides. These ones aren't painted yet. And the reason why I haven't done it is because my pencils broke. So I'm waiting to buy new ones. So yes, but the rest of it is pretty much all done. Oh, I need to paint the Quibbler actually. I didn't see that. I could probably paint this. I think I'm gonna paint it purple. I need to see what the Quibbler looks like. I think it's purple. I think so. But yeah, there you go. That's the bookshelves, pretty much done. Then we have my time reading in pixels. Like the thing with this year's journal is that the structure of it is pretty much done. The only thing that's missing is like the drawings related to the fanfiction. That's the part that I haven't done. Like here I've put like a bit of a sketch of an idea that I had that I can have in this page, but that's as far as I went. So that will be my next step, because I've actually started rereading Running on Air yesterday, and my plan is to like reread it and like highlight moments that I think I can maybe put some little odes to it on the journal, and then go and draw them, because it's Running on Air. Like Yours to Keep was much easier to think of what to draw because it was much more abstract, I guess. It was much like, it was a lot about their love for music in the early 2000s, so it was much easier to take that and run with that, you know. Running on Air is not quite as easy to do that. So it's a little bit like more complicated. That's why I have to reread and really like think about what to draw exactly. So you'll see like it's pretty much done, the reading journal, but it's like the bones of it. There's drawings missing basically. But I'll let you know the pages. I have like little sketches. I'll let you know what my ideas are for them. I've also decided this year to have a consistent title design. So you'll notice I've done like this title design for all the pages. I just thought it would make more sense with Running on Air to have the same title design all throughout, because Running on Air is much more like grown up / mature, I guess, because the characters are also older. So I thought that would make much more sense for the journal this year, rather than what I did last year with like having multiple different title designs and having it be very bubbly and very fun, very early 2000s, you know. So this year I didn't do that, which also made my life much easier. I think not having to draw a bazillion different title designs made me making these pages much faster. So I didn't have to worry about that. So yes, here we have my time reading in pixels, because this year I want to read every day for 20 minutes. So I haven't filled this in completely. I need to fill in the rest of February, but so far I haven't missed one day. So that's that all done. And then we have my anticipated reads of oh my god, I knocked you guys. Sorry, I punched you. Yes, my anticipated reads of 2025, and my plan is to just write the title, the author, the date it comes out, and whether I pre-ordered the book or not. And I want to put some pictures of my most anticipated ones down here, just some like little pictures, kind of like in the same way that I did on this one, like the pictures overlapping, kind of like that. That's what I want to do here. And then I have some sketches here for what I want to do for the fanfiction. So I have a circle here to represent the remember all, because there is a sentence in that book. I haven't gotten to it yet, but when I get to that scene, I can then, when I do a next stream going off the reading journal, I can read you the scenes from like the little objects that I have. I think that would be fun. Katabasis, yes, I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for Katabasis. I think like I've read 2 books by R.F. Kuang now. I read Yellowface, which I think I gave 4 stars. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was 4 stars. And I read Babel this year, and I loved Babel so much. I give it 5 stars. I think it's like I know it's only March, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be my best book of the year, unless I read something that's even better, but I very highly doubt that. So I'm pretty sure Babel will be my book of the year. So I'm very excited to read Katabasis, because clearly I like R.F. Kuang's writing. And I've noticed something. I talk about this on that video, so maybe I won't talk about it here. Yeah, I won't talk about it here. I'm doing a video for Dark Academia. So I'll tell you about it. Like, you're gonna be upset with me, because the video I filmed it all. It's all done. The problem is, I put it on my timeline to edit, and it was 2 hours and a half. And I was like, no. Actually, I'd rather spend the week doing my reading journal instead of editing. So the video was supposed to have come out 2 weeks ago. And then my next plan was to have it come out this Saturday. And then I was like, it's fine. They can wait. So hopefully, hold me accountable. Hopefully it'll come out next week. I don't know. It's really difficult because I'm in such a mindset of just not wanting to edit. That's the problem. I go through phases and I really don't feel like editing right now. So yes. But I will get to it for sure. I'll get to it and you'll see it. Hopefully you'll like it. Hopefully you like it. I'm so glad you loved Babel. Honestly, it's so good. So good. I really love Babel. So very excited for Katabasis. Very. No worries. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I added the remember all here, because there is a scene in the fanfiction where Draco says, "Remember when we were 11? I would wait. How was it? It was something like, remember when we were 11? Let's go back to that. I would throw rememberals in the sky and you would go chasing them." It's something like that. Again, once I reread that scene, I can read it to you. But that's why the rememberal is there. And I have like a golden snitch little sketch there. I don't know if I'll actually put a golden snitch there, because I think it might be a little too tight on space. But maybe there'll be a golden snitch on there as well. That's the plan for these pages. Then we have the Minder pages, which are pretty much done as well. So here we have the board game. I wanted to have the board game on one of my reading journals, so I decided to have it this year since I didn't put it last year. And I'm not gonna like take Minder too seriously this year. Is also why I didn't open it to public this year. So I only added the 12 initial challenges. I didn't add extra challenges or jinx or mystery or anything because I'm not doing those this year. I'm just doing the 12 initial. Because again, I just want to focus on the books that I want to read for the videos that I want to make. So yes, that is the plan. So I just put the board game over here. I added a little small description, and then the 12 initial challenges. This is the subheading that I decided to go with for all of the pages. So for the main titles, we have this font, and then for the subheadings, it's like this type of font over here. That's the two fonts that I used. Then I put space for the pictures for the challenges, and I have a really rough sketch of an owl cage or multiple owl cages over here, and that's to do with the fanfiction again, because then we go to this page, and the idea is to have the rest of the pictures for the challenges, and I'll write what the challenge is, like around the images or something. And I'll have Draco here, because there is a scene, it's like one of the big scenes from Running on Air. It's not a big spoiler because it is... Oh, I read that scene yesterday. I can read it to you. 1 second. I'm gonna go grab my cocoa. There it is. I'm back. I'm excited because I actually read this yesterday, so I can actually read a little bit of the scene to you guys. I think it will be fun because I really doubt that anyone will read the fanfiction that I'm talking about, so I don't think I'm like ruining it for anyone. And I know that Claudia would be likely to read it, but she's already read it anyway, so I don't think it will spoil anything for her. So let me open it up. Let me open it. Right, let me see, because I bookmarked it. Let me find it. I think it is... There you go. It's this one, I think. This part. Yes. So, the story of Running on Air, in case you don't know, is about Harry. They're like adults now. They're like in their 20s, like late 20s, early 30s maybe. And Harry is an horror, and he gets assigned a cold case of someone who's been missing for, I want to say, 5 years. I should know. I literally read this yesterday, but I don't remember. I think it's 5 years. And this person that's missing is Draco Malfoy. And the only evidence that they have is the last sighting of Draco, and it was in this owl store where he was trying to buy an owl. So he goes into like the pensive thing to look at the memory, and this is the scene that I'm gonna draw here. And it says, oh, how long is this actually? How much should I read this? Okay, I'll read like little bits and pieces of the scene. We have: owls hoot softly. There's a smell of living creatures in the air. The rustle of feathers, the creak of sun-warmed wood, the smell of sawdust, and the field mice nest in their cages. The shop is dark and enclosed, the overhead roofs dotted with owls, and the walls lined with tettering boxes of pet supplies. The shopkeeper, a portly man in robes of red with receding grey hair, is handing a bag of something to a young witch. And then I'm gonna skip a little bit over so we can go to Draco. Where is it? Not a minute later, the door opens again, sending the silver bell chiming. Draco Malfoy steps inside. Blah, 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 blah. The weak sunlight filtering through the narrow windows catches on the tiny clasp of Malfoy's black traveling cloak, a silver snitch Harry thinks with closer inspection no bigger than the fingernail of Harry's index finger. Blah, blah. Okay. This is now the scene that I'm picturing that I'm gonna draw here. So this is speech. We're going to speech mode. How may I help you? The shopkeeper says stiffly. Malfoy glances at him. I am in need of an owl. Speed is less important than accuracy. So this is the scene here. And then I'm like very much skipping around the scene in case someone wants to read it, so I'm not like fully ruining the fanfiction for you guys. Yeah, and then it just at the end is like Malfoy selects a very ordinary looking barn owl. So this is the scene. I'm gonna have Draco at the counter. I don't know if I'll draw the old man. I probably won't. Like, I don't think I'll draw the shopkeeper, but we'll have Draco here at the thing. I'll try to put like bird cages all over and pet treats and all of those things, make it look very moody. That's why I haven't drawn it yet. It's gonna take me a while. And then I'll have Draco here, and I think I will write down the quote, I'm in need of an owl. Speed is less important than accuracy. Because that's, like, it sounds really relevant to the story, but we see this scene so many times because obviously it's like, it's the last sighting of Draco. It's the only piece, almost the only piece of evidence that they have about his disappearance. So Harry sees this scene so many times that it kind of just gets ingrained in your brain. So that's why I'm having that there. There we go. Then we have the Minder statistics, which these are all ready to go, and I've already started adding stuff to them. So here I've added just a template on how I want to write the points. This is not accurate to how many points we have right now. It says like 101, 202, 303. That is not accurate. It's just so I don't forget that I want to write it in this way. And then we have the 12 initial challenges. The labs, which I did as like the 9 3/4 platform, and the idea is I'm gonna do it in order. So it's gonna be like the big number is gonna be my cousin, because we always usually follow this order, like my cousin, me, and Claudia, because that's the order we have on the Excel. So I think it will be big number, my cousin, then I'll be at the top and Claudia here, and we'll see which platform we make by the end. This is like the laps on the board. Then we have the 6 books for 2025. We have added this year actually to the Minder Excel. We have like a little section that is for you to add like 6 books that you really want to read this year, and then you tick them off as you read them. And if you manage to read all 6 by the end of the year, you get some points. I don't remember how many. It might be 6 points or something. I don't remember, but you get a few points from finishing it. So I added it as the letters from Hogwarts, and I color coded them here on the seals. It's like pink, green, and pink. Pink, green, and pink. Yes, pink, green, and yellow. And then just the normal statistics: number of books read each, average rating, which I did kind of like the Quidditch little goal things, because I didn't know what to do here. Because statistics is like, you don't really have much space to work with. So I was like, I'll just do little doodles to do with Harry Potter, and that should be that should be enough. Because Draco talks a lot about going back to when they were 11 at Hogwarts. Like he mentions that a lot. Like again, the Remember All scene is about that. Like remember when we were 11. Let's go back to that. So I thought it would justify me just doing random doodles. Then we have the pages read each and the Goodreads challenge over here, and the total pages read per month and the total of books read per month, which, as you can see, I've already started filling in this year. And then we go into the review pages, which the structure, again, is done. It's done. I just need to... I don't think my cousin has fully... She has a book that she thinks will be the one that we'll read this year, but she hasn't fully decided, so I cannot put the picture here yet. I have to wait until June to make sure that she actually chooses that book or not. I have chosen my book, so I can place my book here. I decided we're reading Athena's Child this year, so... Because it's really small. That was my reasoning. I was like, what's the smallest book that I have in Portugal? Because in July I think I'll be in Portugal, so I was like, what's the smallest book that I have in Portugal that I can make sure I actually read, like start and finish while I'm in Portugal? Oh yes, Athena's Child. Let's go with that. That was my chain of thought. So these are also all done. I just used blue for everything because I thought, like, I went for blue for the titles, and I just thought blue, let's do everything blue themed. Because when I think of Running on Air, I kind of see it in like this blue lens. Even a lot of the artwork kind of has like this blue tint to it. I think it's just because it's such a fad such a sad is what I was trying to say, such a sad fan fiction. So yeah, July, December review. And then we go, this is one of the pages out of 2 pages that I haven't finished yet. So this is my series tracker. I think for here, I'm gonna do a scene in the car, which I haven't gotten to that scene yet, so I cannot read an excerpt to you. But Draco basically has this car, or had this car, that he used to drive everywhere. And then Harry starts driving the car. And it kind of like he sees like glimpses of Draco in the car when he's driving. And there's this rear view mirror scene where Draco, I think it's Draco that's driving, and Harry's the one seeing his eye, like seeing Draco's eyes on the rear view mirror. I think so. And Draco says, we could go anywhere. And Harry asks, anywhere? And Draco answers, anywhere. We could go anywhere. It's giving The Fault in Our Stars, but dreary, you know? It's like the okay. It's like that. So I think I'm gonna do that rear view mirror thing here. I'll probably just do the rear view mirror and put like somewhat of a face inside it, or try to at least, and then write the quote somewhere down here. This is where I'm gonna add the rest of the series that I didn't add on the pages last year, because there's a lot more series that I'm reading that I need to put here. So that's the plan. That's why I have this here. And then we go into, I really like this page. I think it turned out so good. So good. This is my buddy reads. My cousin Claudia and I decided to do more buddy reads this year. So this is where I'm gonna put like the pictures of the buddy reads. I'm gonna be so honest, I still haven't read the buddy read that we were supposed to have read last month. If they ask, I've totally read it. Yes. My cousin's gonna watch this stream. So I will get to it. I promise. I just haven't had the time. But I will get to it sometime soon. Maybe soon. Hopefully soon. But yes, I'm just gonna paste the pictures here. And then this is a scene that I've actually read, so I can read a little excerpt of this for you. This is when he gets the cold case. When he gets assigned the cold case. Wait. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mark where I was in the fanfiction. I just realized I'm marking it now so I don't lose where I was. Okay. Bookmarks. There you go. This is the scene. Ta-da! A file drops onto Harry's desk. Congratulations on closing the Fenwick case, Holdsworth says. She doesn't smile, only the faint warmth in her voice indicates any praise. This is your latest assassination. She leaves, blah blah blah, and then he sees the file on his desk, and it says the pale blue color of the folder denotes it as a cold case, but that could mean anything from 2 years ago to a 1920s relic. He turns past the index and onto the first page, where detectives, first on the case, would have summarized the facts. And it says, I didn't actually write like how it says here. I kind of just wrote, last seen trying to buy an owl, missing since 2003, because I hadn't reread the book yet, so I was just like, I'll just put whatever there. And I did like a signature for, I think it's supposed to be to the Ministry of Magic. Not Ministry of Magic. Yeah, Minister. Yeah, that's right. What's his name? The one that takes over after the Battle of Hogwarts. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. He's the guy that like the black actor that wears like all purple. And he's like, Dumbledore's got style on the movies. He says that. Gosh, what's his name? Kingsley. So this is supposed to be Kingsley's signature. I don't know. But I think it looks cool. And this is like a little plaque on his desk with his name. I should probably color that in and not have it just be white. But I kind of forgot it was there. And this is supposed to be Harry's hand, like opening the file. And there's a picture of Draco over there on the top. So yes, that's that scene. I thought it looked very, very nice. Pretty chuffed with this page. Ooh. Then we go into my video tracker, which I'm gonna have to skip most of it because this is gonna be spoilers. I can show you the first page because you already guessed what the next video after Dark Academia will be. And I didn't really spoil it, I just put fantasy books, so... But this is how I'm gonna keep track of the videos that I'm gonna do each month. So I have like the month here, then the theme of the video, and then the books that I'm gonna read. And I'm gonna put like the pictures, and once I finished the books, I'll put my rating down here. It's fun because you can kind of see like my ratings for the books, but you don't know which ones are which. Like you can guess this one because I literally told you that I gave Babel 5 stars. So you'll know that this one's Babel, but you don't know which one of these is The Secret History and which one is the other one. So that's a little bit of a little thingy. Then April, I'll do the fantasy books. Not gonna specify anything more. This is not actually the final rating. This was just to signify that this is where the rating is gonna go, because I haven't read the books yet, so. But that's where they're gonna go. I'm gonna skip a bunch of these pages now because I don't want to spoil you guys. So give me a second. All of the pages look the same. They have like this brown border around and the space to put the pictures, and they have like the titles and stuff. So I'm just gonna skip a few of them. If you don't mind me. Just a little skipperoo. There we go. Then we have the theories pages, which are, the bones are done. I just need to, again, think of what Harry Potter stuff to draw on here. Kind of put like a little space here and wrote, or tried to write, I don't know what they're called. So I was just going off what my memory is telling me. And it's not Cornish pixies, but what is it? The little pixie guys that exist on the second movie. And on the second book. What are they called? I don't actually remember. I just wrote how it sounded to me. But I don't think this is right. Let me Google it. Pixies, Harry Potter. Cornish. Oh, I was not too far off. I just spelt it wrong, but I wasn't too far off. I'm actually pretty proud of that. Cornish. Yes, you're right. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Cornish, like that. Not with an X. Yeah, I was thinking like, because Furies is like very like little creatures and stuff. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just have like little creatures around these pages from the movies. And the first thing that came to mind were those pixies. So I'll see again. Once I reread the fanfiction, something else might come to mind. But for now, that's my idea. So at some point there will be some pixies over here. But this is how I'm gonna keep track of the books that we're reading each month. So I'm gonna have the picture, and once I finish the book, I'll put the rating down here. And then we have, oh wait, I have my rating over here actually. I guess I could do both. I could put like draw the stars and write it there. Doesn't really matter, but it's fine. I forgot I put my rating there. So we have my rating, title, author, pages, vlog date. So whenever the vlog for this book comes out, then I'll put the date that it went out, and a little space for some thoughts on the book, like very, very like one sentence thoughts. So there you go. I need to print these two pictures because we already know the books for these 2 months, February and March. Oh yes, in case anyone's here is new and isn't on the Discord, but they're participating on Furies for some reason, the book for this month is Nettle and Bone by, what are they called? T. Kingfisher? I think that's the name. I haven't started it yet. I'm still finishing Dollar Goods Dream Department Store. I was loving it so much, but I've just been in a little bit of a reading slump. So I haven't finished it yet, but I think I'm over halfway. I can show you. Oh, wait, where's the camera? Oh, I can show you like this. Yes. There you go. You can kind of see how much I've read because of my tabs. There you go. I'm like heavily tabbing. I've decided that like all of the theory books I will annotate, because I actually do like annotating. So it just takes me a little longer, but I do like doing it. So that's the plan. That's where I am. I'm here. Ooh. It looks like it's halfway, or maybe a little bit over. I don't know. That's where it is. I will finish this soon. I don't know when. I keep saying this, but yes, I will do it. I will do it. I promise. The vlog, hopefully, if my love for editing comes back, the vlog will be out this month. For this book. That is the plan, at least. It will be like Dark Academia video first, and then Theories vlog. At least that is my plan. Whether it happens, I don't know, but that is the plan. Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to the library later for book club. I'll check if they have a copy of Nettle and Bone. Of course, no problem. There's your little reminder. Oh, also, we can pencil in some books because we've decided to read Catabasis. And I think, let me check when it comes out. I think it's easier if I check on Goodreads on the computer. Because Goodreads on the phone doesn't have all the information, which is a bit annoying. But let me see. I think Catabasis comes out right at the end of August. Catabasis, there it is. Wait, you can see what I'm doing right now, but just trust I'm opening Goodreads. Yes, 20 expected publication, so we don't actually know for sure, but it's expected to be released on the 26th of August. So I was thinking we should read Catabasis in October, because that gives us a little bit of like leeway in case it doesn't come out, in case it gets pushed to September. And even if it doesn't get pushed and we decide to read it in September, I still think like 4 days to buy or 5 days to buy the book, if you want to buy it, is like maybe not enough time. I like people to, oh my gosh, I keep knocking you guys, I'm sorry. I when I can, I prefer that you have a bit more time to like get the book or or get it from the library or whatever you want to do. So I think I'm gonna pencil it in for October. So if you want to pencil it in on your calendars, you can as well. There we go. I think October is like a good time. Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. And then there was another book I saw recently. Oh my goodness, I need to go grab my water. I saw another book recently that would piqued my interest. Let me pull it up. What was it called? It's by Stephanie Garber, which is the author of Caraval series. And it's a new book. I don't know if it's a standalone or if it is part of a series, or like the first one of a new series. But let me check, because I read the prompt and it sounded very interesting to me. So let me bring it up and ask if it sounds interesting to you. It's not on Goodreads yet? How come it was on Waterstones? That's odd. We might have to open. Oh, there it is. It's called Alchemy of Secrets. Wait, let me screen share so you can actually read. Okay, wait, how do I do this? Wait, I'm just gonna hold the camera. Perfect time for Dark Academia 2. Yes, exactly. See, you get it. Right, where do I go to Google? Where's Google? This one. There we go. Oh, my camera's gone. I don't actually need to hold my camera because you cannot see me. That's fine. Okay. I guess I'm just a void. I'm just a voice that you're hearing from the void. Anyways, this is the book. I thought it sounded interesting, and it's fantasy, it's romantasy, and historical fiction. And it says, it starts with a class in an old movie theater. Folklore 517, local legends and urban myths, taught by a woman called the Professor. Most students believe the Professor's stories are just fiction. There isn't a man in Hollywood who you can call to find out the time you'll die. There's not a haunted hotel bar in Los Angeles that the devil likes to frequent. There's no such thing as magic. But most students don't have the same tragic past as Holland St. James. Now a graduate student, Holland is hoping to use her thesis to rewrite her past by proving that some of the most infamous deaths in old Hollywood were actually murders committed by the devil. She has no idea that this quest will lead her into a deadly world of century-old secrets and unimaginable, yeah, you're seeing the word, lies, and onto the path of two very dangerous men, both of whom are willing to do whatever it takes to find a magic that will either forever alter Holland's life or completely destroy it. I just read this. I found this on Waterstones of like the new releases, like special editions type of thing. And it sounded interesting to me. And it's coming out September 30th. So I was thinking we maybe could read this in November, if everyone's okay with that. If you think that's a good idea. Let me go back here. There we go. Right. While you let me know in the comments if you like that idea. Don't feel pressure to say yes just because I'm proposing it. If you don't want to read it, please do let me know. While you think, oh my goodness, while you think, I'm just gonna go grab more water. I'll be right back. You can see me on the door. That's weird. I'm not used to you being able to see me. Stop looking at me. I feel like I just had my Jimin moment from that one live stream where it came back from the toilet. It was just sitting there. That's me. That's what I'm giving right now. No one's gonna get that reference, which is even funnier. Okay, I'm back. Right. What do you think? What do you think? Do you like the idea of reading Alchemy of Souls in November? Yes, no, maybe. I'm down to read it. Yes. Okay. Cool. I'll add it. I'm gonna pencil it in for November. Like things might move around, but I think we will read it in November. Alchemy of Souls. I think it was because it was giving, like when I read it, the blurb, it was giving me Dark Academia vibes as well, which excited me. And I do like Stephanie Garber's writing. I wasn't like the biggest fan of Caraval, just because it was a little bit inconsistent, but I did like the writing. Like the writing is not bad at all. Stephanie Garber. There we go. There we go. Right, that's 2 books penciled in. Cool. So let me go back to OBS. I cannot see anything. There we go. Alchemy of Secrets, yes. Did I write it wrong? Oh! Let's see. This is a testament to just how bad my memory is. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Secrets, yes, not souls. Could have been. If it's the devil killing people, it could have been souls. Oh my goodness. Right. Yes, so these are the Furies pages for me to keep track of everything. And then we go on to this page, which I need to finish. I glued it down. I had to like add more to it. It looks a little bit odd, but it basically will open like this. Like you just whoop, 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 little flap. And this is my physical TBR. I decided I'm gonna start keeping track of how many books of my physical TBR I read, how many I add to it, this is bound to make me look really bad. So I divided it. I was just starting this page today during my lunch break. So I have my physical TBR that I have in the UK and my physical TBR that I have in Portugal. Are you slowly starting to like fantasy yet? Lol, the purpose of theories. Yes, I actually talk about this on the Dark Academia video. I guess I'll spoil it for you a little bit. It's okay. I think what I'm starting to realize is that I like the fantasy where it's like the ones that are like, oh my god, I started reading. Let me open that book for you guys. Because I heard the prompt and I was like, the prompt, it was described to me as it's a Dark Academia book, or it's kind of like murder mystery. Why is the camera so bad? Oh, it's just because it is bad. Oh, I made it worse. Or is that just a light? Anyways, the camera is just bad because I'm using the webcam on my computer. Anyways, yes, it was described to me as Dark Academia, but sapphic. And I was like, say less. So I opened it, and it's this one, A Dark and Drowning Tide. You'll see, I only got to page 10. Technically, chapter 1, page 3 of chapter 1. Because let me grab the cover so you can see which one it was. I actually had this on my like looking forward to read. There you go. Look at this cover. It's stunning. And I didn't know it was fantasy. And like, if it was a type of fantasy like Babel, where Babel is also technically fantasy, I wouldn't have minded. But then I started reading it, and let me read you. It was, I think, already here. Yeah, it was already here. In the span of an hour, the entire student population of Ruhigeberg University had spilled onto the banks of the Vereist, whatever that is. And where does it say? Blah, 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 blah. It was right over here somewhere. It was on the first few pages, and I was like, no. Not doing that. Where is it? It's not even the weird names. I don't really like weird names in fantasy, to be completely honest. I feel like it takes me out of the story because I have to pause for a few seconds to try and read the names. So I don't like it because of that reason. Not because I think it's stupid or anything. It just takes me a little out of the story. But this is the thing, as things I don't like in fantasy. It says here, page 3, all the made up words, exactly. It says here, page 3, which was where I stopped. Utterly ridiculous. If they truly wanted to guard themselves against the fairy magic. And I was like, fairies? No. Bye. Goodbye. I don't care. This is the part of fantasy that I'm still trying to like. Because fantasy like Babel, where it's like, this is what I'm like realizing. When it's real world, so I guess it's called urban fantasy. Real world, like the world is the exact, pretty much the exact same. There's just one added element that is fantasy-esque. So like Babel, it was the exact real world, but then you had the magic from the silver bars that was added onto it. Love it, adore it, love it. Yes, big fan. Give me more of that. Yes, that's why I also liked what's it called? I'm actually planning on finishing that series this year. Well, I'm saying that, but I probably won't have time to get to it. But the Shades of Magic series. That's why I also like that one. Because for the most part, it was like the real-ish world. It was like London. And then you had magic added onto it. And I was like, yes, lovely. I don't have like these weird ass names. There's not just fairies just going around. There's not like, I don't know, werewolves or whatever. Just these weird creatures just everywhere. That's the thing that I'm like, no. I love seeing it in movies, I will say. I'm not like a complete hater. I like seeing it in movies, but in books, for some reason, it does not work for me. I cannot get into it. And I feel like so much of fantasy is like this fae thing. It was also in The Study in Drowning. It was in, I don't remember if it was fae in Elatsue, but there was like some weird creatures on there as well. And I was just like, I don't know if I can get past these. Like these little creatures, they're really cute. Like the idea, the little drawings that we have of them, really cute. Really like the aesthetic. Yes, really like the movies about it. Just like everyone, I love Tinkerbell. But I don't know, man. I something about it I just cannot read. And I'm really trying to get. Hello? Who's driving so loudly? Anyways, I'm really trying to like. That's why I feel like there's still a very long way for me to go in Furies, because I feel like I still need to like get to the part, because I know that there's gonna be one book that I'm gonna read that has Fae and I'm gonna like it. I just need to find it. You know, that's my thing. I just haven't found it yet. So whenever I open a book and it just says fairy magic, I'm like, you lost me. I'm gone. Goodbye. I was so excited to read that book. So excited, because it was like Sapphic Dark Academia. Say less. Then open it fairy magic. Why? But why? Why must there be little creatures flying around everywhere? What's the purpose? I don't understand. Oh yeah, there were fairies in Alatsue. I knew there were. I just remember there was like the fairy rings, whatever that was, for them to travel through. But yes, sorry. That was like very, very expressive of me, I guess. I have very high opinions, like very complex opinions on this subject. I've been fixated on my love of Fury since I was 6. See, yeah, I do get that though, because I do love, like, I used to love Tinkerbell, the movies. I used to love, what's it called in English? In Portuguese, it's called Pulgarzinha, and it's that one Barbie movie where she's tiny. There's like a tiny little creature. Do you know what movie I'm talking about? Maybe I don't think it's a super like famous, but like it's not people's favorite Barbie movie. Pulgarzinha. This. Let me. Thumbelina. Wow, that's her name. Thumbelina. Yes, that one. There was also Mariposa, like Barbie and Mariposa. I was also obsessed with that. There is a movie that I love. It's not really fairies, but it's tiny people. I love the concept of this movie. It's an animation movie. I don't think it's that famous. I never see people talk about it, and even like my friends, that I've made them watch my favorite movies. Even them, like they don't know this movie. So I'm like, maybe it's just not. Why is it not appearing? Oh, I wrote epic movies instead of epic movie. Oh, it's still not appearing. There it is. I don't know why it isn't more famous, because one of the voices in the cast is Beyonce. So I just feel like it should be more well known, but for some reason it just isn't. I like the 1994 version, but I'm old. You're not that old. I don't think I did watch it though. That version. But I wasn't born in 1990. Neither were you. Were you born in 1994? You weren't. You were still in the womb, probably. But yes, I wasn't born yet, and I guess I just don't think they played it in Portugal, that version. Here, where is it again? Google, there you go. This movie. Have you ever heard of this? Epic? It's just called Epic. I don't know why it says in 3D right there. But yeah, it's just called Epic. It's about these little people, and they're not fairies necessarily. They're just like little guardians of the forest, I guess. What happened to the music? Hello? Oh, it just changed really abruptly. It just went completely silent for some reason. You were born in 1992? Oops. Wait, you're Jean's age. Okay. Right. That makes it easy for me to remember. That sounds really stupid, but that's how I associate stuff. Okay. But yes, this movie. I don't know if you've heard about it. like these things. Where am I? Full screen. Yes. These type of content, like these movies, love it. Absolutely adore it with my whole heart. I will watch Epic. It's like a comfort movie, even though it's not fairies, but it's tiny people still. And like you have the big people who falls in love with the small person. It's kind of weird when you think about it. And like I think maybe if I had watched it now, no, you see, that's the thing. I think even if I watched it for the first time now as an adult, I would have still liked it. I just don't know what it is about books where I think it's just the way stuff is written. I think it's like that plain attraction that you kind of read that characters have for these like fairies, like the sexual attraction where I'm like, calm down. These are little tiny creatures. Why are we so attracted to these guys? But yes, I was like, I don't know, it's really weird, but I want to get to the point where I find one that I like, so we still have a long way to go, and I want to get to high fantasy as well. So I want for us to, I think next year will be the year where we do Brandon Sanderson. I think I wanted to do a Brandon Sanderson this year, but it needs to be a standalone. I cannot start like Mistborn, where it's like 6 books in a series, or start what's the other one? There is another one where another book just came out for it that's like 1,400 pages. I cannot start those this year. I do not have it in me to start a series that is that long, especially when every single book in that series is massive. So I do want to start Brandon Sanderson this book. I really do. It needs to be a standalone. I was thinking maybe Tress and the Emerald Sea, or he released like some surprise books last year that I think are standalones as well. So maybe we could go for one of those. There's like Yumi and the Painter or something like that. But yeah, but to answer your question, sorry, I went on such a big tangent. To answer your question, I am starting to like fantasy. Or at least I'm starting to realize which fantasies I like, and it's making me more excited to pick up those type of fantasies. So I feel myself more attracted to the fantasy section in Waterstones, you know? But I'm not completely there yet. I'm still, the day that I read a fae book, and I like it is the day that you'll know that I've made it, that I've made it onto fantasy. I've broken into it. I haven't seen or heard of Epic, but I was in university when it came out. I was in a stress bubble. That is fair enough, completely fair enough. It's not a super famous book, really. I don't know what it was about it that just didn't make it super famous, because the plot is like this nature type of thing, which I do like. I think it's not a terrible plot. It's like protecting the mother nature type of thing after the queen dies. And the queen was Beyonce, by the way. It was voiced by Beyonce. She also kind of looks like a bit like Beyonce, and yeah, and it's so funny. That's the thing that I like about Epic. The comedy, it's so good. The comedy timing in that movie is great. There's like stuff that I still quote from that movie that I'm just like, yes, absolutely. I think Tress would be a good place to start. I haven't read it yet, but it seems more approachable. That's what I've been told, yes. And I don't think it's like fae or anything like that. And it's more high fantasy. So I think that might be a good choice, actually. We could probably pencil it in some other way. Oh, I just realized I added December to Theories, but we don't actually read anything in December. So, and it's written in pen now, so I cannot delete it. That was fun. That was very big brain. Very big brain. I guess we have to read something in December, but I don't think we will. Because when we get to December, no, everyone's so tired. We'll see. Maybe December will be the year, like this year will be the year that I finally read The Night Circus, which we were meant to read 2 Decembers ago. And then none of us did. Maybe I have it in Portugal, and I am gonna be in Portugal in December, so maybe I'll just do that. It's a little extra because I should have read it anyways. Right, so let's not do August or July, because I think my plan is to be in Portugal for these months. So I'm gonna like give you options for these months. I'll put them in Discord closer to the date probably, and I'll give you options of fantasy books that I have in Portugal, so we can choose from those, and I don't have to take extra books with me or buy extra books. So those are no. So that leaves us September, June. Wait, let me check something. I need to see, because there's some videos that I'm recording that I could combine them. Let me see, what am I doing? Ah, okay, no, that would work. We could do June. We could do June. Okay. We could do the other one. Okay, so we could do June, September, April, May. Yeah, April, May, June, or September. Which one do you prefer? For Dress, I'm thinking, is Dress like a summary book? I don't really know. It strikes me as autumn for some reason. I think it's because the cover is so dark. Like it's green. It's beautiful, the cover, but it gives me like darker vibes. So maybe like September. What are we thinking? This is actually good. I like that we're penciling in some options. Can kind of like organize my year. Let me actually add the Night Circus here, because we're not actually reading anything for December, so I'll just add it here as a note for myself. In December, April, May, September, or June. I really don't know. Thing is, you also haven't read it, so you probably don't know the answer to it, do you? When, wait, can I Google that? When should I read Dress of the Emerald Sea? Ah, no, okay, this is taking me somewhere else. This is like, they're giving me answers to do with the order of the Brandon Sanderson universe. What season? What season? It's really hard to know, isn't it? Really don't know. I need to look at the cover. Let's all collectively look at the cover and try to make a decision. Yeah, it gives me September vibes. I'm like, I just opened it. I'm not sure. She's wearing a dress, so it must be spring/summer. That's true, actually. Yes. Let me open the cover so we can look at it. There's different versions of this cover. The hardcover, I'm kind of upset with myself that I didn't buy the hardcover when it was in Waterstones, because it was so beautiful. I almost just pressed stop streaming. It would have been funny. Instead of Google. There we go. Yes, there you go. Yeah, there's multiple versions of this book. There's this one. She's always wearing a dress, though. You're completely right. And she's like sea type of thing. I mean, Emerald Sea. There you go. This was like the oh my goodness, what's the word? This was the hardcover that they had in Waterstones, and it was the most beautiful thing. In person especially. Yeah, she's always wearing a dress. You're so right for that. Maybe let's do June then, because June is like spring going into summer. Ooh, full screen. There you go. I'm gonna pencil it in for June. Stuff might move around, but I will pencil it in for June. Dress of the Emerald. I'm becoming a big girl. I'm reading Brandon Sanderson this year. Emerald Sea. Can you believe it? Okay. Anyways, now that we've done some work for Furious, let me show you the rest of the pages. Right, so we were on this one, physical TBR. Yes, I just need to continue adding, and I'm gonna write it all with pen, and then I'm gonna check the ones that I've read, because I need to do a dent on my physical TBR. Oh, I think you can see some of my fantasies that I have in Portugal here. Oh, it's too difficult to find. I'll just send the list closer when we have to actually choose that. There you go. Okay. There we go. Moving on. That page I need to finish still. I think oh my goodness, this is so difficult to change pages. What is going on? There we go. Because I glued in the extra paper. There we go. Okay. This is the book of the year brackets. So far, as I was saying, Babel is winning. This is also technically done. I just need to figure out what Harry Potter thing or fanfic thing to put on here. Story, this will be like the story for all the page, so just keep that in mind so I don't have to repeat myself. Then this is the bones for the best book of the year review page. Again, like pretty much all done. I'm very tempted to just print a big Babel picture, but who knows? It might not be my favorite, so we need to wait. We need to wait. Although I highly doubt. And then we have the statistics, which I've started. So this is all technically done. There's a lot of stuff that is penciled in, like demographic. The little squares are penciled in. The 2 stars, 1 star is also penciled in. And that is simply because I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'll have 2 stars. Then I don't know if I'll have 1 star books. I don't know what demographics I'm going to be reading. If I'll read only adult and YA, or if I'll read middle age as well. So this will be something that will evolve as the year goes by, because I just don't know at the moment. But then there's stuff that I know for sure. This little box is where I'm going to put the total of books that I read in the year, because in the fanfic, Harry gets a box of Draco's things. I was like, that's easy to draw. Let's put a box. So yes, that's what that's for. And then we have stuff that is like fixed, already done, and that is the fiction section, whether I've read fiction or non-fiction. Even if I don't read any non-fiction, I usually like to have this little thingy here, so I can do it. I can have like a grasp on how I've read this year. And then the books read per month is also like all done. I've already started completing it. There's a very drastic change from January to February, where I went from 20 books to 4 books. Couldn't you tell that I was traveling in January? January was when I did my first work trip, so I had nothing else. Like when we were in the hotel, or when we were traveling from like to the venues and stuff like that, I had nothing else to do besides read. So I read a lot of webtoons. Oh, I keep knocking you. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's why 20. I did say on my monthly wrap up when I did it on Instagram that this was not gonna be the norm. It was gonna go down very fast, very quickly, and it sure did. It sure did. I was supposed to have read way more books last month. I was supposed to have finished the Furious book, and I started a book for the Crimea book series, which I am like halfway through, I think. I'm like halfway through both of the books, and I just haven't finished them yet. So that's on me. I need to finish it. I got into a slump for some reason, which I think makes sense. After reading 20 books in January, it was bound to happen. Oh yeah, then the format, I've kept it. Like, I kind of changed stuff around because of the stuff that I saw on the other pages. So we have the format, which is, I decided to do ebook, physical, and audiobook. And then gender, this is for the authors, whether they're male, female, or non-binary. So I've added that. So I think I did that my first year, and I liked that for my first reading journal. Then I added the literary themes, but I made it smaller this year. And then I made my author diversity like this type of graph, instead of the pie chart, like I've told you before. And the queer wrap for I need to figure out like how I'm gonna count a queer rep. I think my plan is to count like not the author but the main character of the book, maybe something like that. Then we have I added this year, country rep. So just a representation of like which countries I'm reading from, and it will be the place where the author was born. So again, this will have to, oh, I have letters here because I did not spell it and I need to write it. Then I ended up not even writing letters. Oh no, yes I did. But yes, I've only penciled in USA and UK because I know that I will read from those countries. I feel like that's the vast majority that everyone reads, which I really want to diversify this. So hopefully that's what this will help me do. Then we have the drawings here, which I always have every year, but I made it smaller this year. And it's what I've read, how many mangas I read, how many graphic novels, how many poetry books, and how many books with letters. So like prose books I read this year. And this is new, actually. I kind of like adapted some things. So I ended up having this new section. So I have how many books I got from the library, I read from the library, how many new books I read that I bought this year, which will be an interesting number for sure. Then I have how many books I read from my physical TBR that I had that I started with at the beginning of the year. So none of the new ones that I've added to the TBR. And then how many books I read that I've borrowed from someone, from a friend or something, which I think this will be 0. But because I'm gonna be in Portugal for a little bit longer this year, I might borrow some books from Claudia. It will depend. I'm thinking of doing one of those videos where it's like my best friend chooses my TBR for the month. So she might pick something from her bookshelf. So that's why that's there. Because it might happen. We'll see. And yeah, these are my statistics. And then we go into the reading log, which I just finished today, and it's all done. I just need to go in and write all of my ones from January, and it's done. Oh, January and February. I keep forgetting we're in March. I'm gonna be so honest, I keep forgetting every time. Like when I did the statistics here, like when I put the books that I read here on the Minder statistics, I filled in just January, and then I was doing the other pages, and then I was like, wait a second, February is over. I can fill in February as well. Just keep forgetting. Yes, and then here we have all the 5 stars of the year. So I'm thinking of putting like pictures of all of my 5 stars, which this might change. I might add a word up here saying almost all 5 stars of the year, because I think I will have a lot. So I don't think they will all fit in this page, but that is the plan, to have those there. And that's it. And then here is gonna be like the end page. It's just gonna be a nice little drawing. I'm thinking I'll draw Astaria's house from Running on Air, but that is it. That's done. See how much I've already done for this year? Like, it's practically done. Compared to last year, this is a big step. Same, the first week of March was a blur. Like, how are we even in March? Right? Exactly. I think I always feel this way in March because February is such a short month, and I think because this year was even shorter. Like last year, I think February was 29 days, right? But this year was 28. So my brain was like, how is it March? How are we not in February still? Like, what? How come February didn't last 3 years like January did? I don't get it. So yes, very, very confusing. I keep like forgetting. I think that's also why I haven't like rushed to finish the Furies book. It's because in my brain, I'm good. My brain is still February, so like I don't need to be done yet. I still have the time. And then I'm like, oh, it's the 6th of March actually. Oops. Oopsie. Right, let me go here. Oop. Okay, I need to fix this camera. There we go. There we go. Anyways, I was live for quite a while today, almost 2 hours. Ooh. And I'm not used to talking anymore. That's why I keep like drinking water. My throat is killing me. Most of the days I just stay in my little house, just not speaking to anyone. I'm looking to that camera. God damn it. I need to stop looking at that camera now. My brain hasn't got. Are you good? Are you okay? Did I jump scare you? My mic fell. I'm sorry. I'm showing you just how clumsy I am today. There's like... Oh. There we go. Right. I think this might be the stream for today. My initial plan was to be live tomorrow, even though I didn't say anything on the Discord again because I've been MIA this week. But the plan was to go live tomorrow and continue playing Everybody Wham Wham. I don't know if I will be live tomorrow though, so we might just move that to next week or like the week after or something. I think today we'll just count as a stream for this week. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're proud that this is almost done. It only took 2 years. Only took 2 years. But now we're here. It's almost done. I've been watching... Oh, I have book people recommendation. I have been watching so many booktubers. You probably already watched them, but I'm gonna recommend them anyways. There's this girl that I found that I'm obsessed with. And she's given me many ideas for next year's reading journal. I think next year I'm not gonna do any theme. I'm just gonna do stuff, just put stuff on page. Let me find her name. I was watching her on my computers on my work YouTube. There you go. That's the name. She's called Sarah Caroli. She's pretty big, to be honest. She has almost 400k subscribers, so you probably have heard about her. I just love her video. She's so chill. I really enjoy her content. I think she has good vibes. She gives me all of the good vibes. So here's the recommendation for the week. Let me go on Google. Actually, can I add my camera here? This is kind of silly. There we go. Here I am. This girly, Sarah Caroli. She's American, I think. But she has, I think, Russian and Italian descent. And yeah, she's just really good vibes. Highly recommend this girly. She seems really down to earth. I really like her content. I also love the way she does thumbnails. The thumbnails look like they take 5 hours to make. Cause I'm looking at this as someone who's used to like doing this type of thing as well for work, and just having to cut out various different images and like get rid of the background sounds like a headache. Unless she does it in a free program, but usually those don't look 100% okay. So props to her for taking 5 hours in thumbnails, because I could never. I mean, you'll know my thumbnails are not the best. Maybe I'll step up my game this year, who knows. But yeah, props to her, because these look really good. Really great thumbnails. This girl, and then there was someone else I watched this year. Let me go back to chatting scene so I can try and find her. I haven't heard of her. I'll check out her channel. I think you'll like her. She's really super good vibes. And she reads a lot of fantasy as well, so you'll probably find some good recommendations from her. What's the other girl I watch? I don't watch as many videos of hers, so I don't remember her name. It was like Haley. Was it Haley? No, it wasn't. Let me. I don't remember. Haley Books. Let me see if anything appears. Oh, I'm thinking of Haley Fan. No, that is not the Haley. Although Haley Fan, Queen Queen of Booktube, but it's not her that I was thinking. I don't remember. I follow them on my work computer, so next time I'll try to remember to write down their name, and I'll share them with you when I see the name. I know that she's a stay-at-home mom. Stay-at-home mom. Some. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna find it this way. She is one of the booktube girlies for sure. She's pretty new, but she already has quite a lot of subscribers. But I think she only started like a year or two ago, so she is relatively new to YouTube. So when I find her, I will share with you guys, because she's pretty awesome as well. Okay, and with that, that's the stream for today. I just did I don't know why. I just did that. But yes, that is the stream for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend if I don't talk to you tomorrow, which I probably won't. And I'll see you probably in 2 weeks. Probably, most likely. Alright, I'll see you. Bye bye.